Blake, we got a big week in golf here. We have the first LIV tournament. Not sure exactly what they're going to name these things. I guess it's like LIV 1, like UFC, right? And then we got the Canadian Open, which seems to be a decent event this year. Course seems pretty cool. What do you think about everything that's going on in the world of golf right now?
I already know we have one winner this week, and it's not on the PGA Tour. So, yeah, big doings. Then next week we get the U.S. Open. So, I don't know. I'm looking forward to this week. How are you doing? It's a more important question.
I'm good. I'm excited for this LIV event. I saw today. It turns out that they're going to be streaming on YouTube. I think that's okay. It's a pretty good get for them. It's better than like DAZN or something. So I think we get, and then also Facebook and their website. So, I mean, they do have an opportunity to kind of take advantage of the fact that a lot of people aren't too thrilled with the PGA Tour coverage. If they can make it a little bit better, then that could be a big benefit in making this thing last.
Definitely. I mean, CBS coverage is just atrocious. Like, are they going to take breaks on YouTube or anything like that, or is just constantly showing shots? Because that'd be super cool.
It would be cool. I don't know. I guess we'll see. I think they'll probably have more players mic'd up and shit. I mean, if they do it right, it's a good opportunity.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Yeah, we'll get into the live stuff and all the live news. There's more news coming out today. Memorial, what'd you think?
I don't know. I didn't really watch much of it.
Our guys just couldn't get it going. Couldn't get any like momentum or
No, I mean, we had Will Zalatoris came in the top 5.
Yeah, that was like a Kuchar top 5, just never like.
Yeah, never really contended.
But played well.
Yeah, he played well. He was good. And then, I mean, the guy who won, Billy Horschel, I texted you this morning. He's lost strokes on approach in consecutive events. Hasn't been playing that well. And, man, it's a tough year. You get guys now who are winning who show no signs of life whatsoever. And they go out and win a huge tournament like the Memorial. Even in good form, I was a little skeptical of Billy. I know he has good course history, but could actually win in one of these types of events. But
it's a big win for Billy. Big win. I've always been a Billy guy. I know a lot of people hate his guts, but I don't know. He's a good player. Nothing great, just a good professional golfer.
He's solid. It just Memorial is a weird fit for him. But again, the course history is fine, so obviously he likes it. But he never really gains too many shots on approach. Even this week, he only gained 5,
right.
And he's going to gain a lot putting. He's going to hit fairways, which I guess is big, but he's not too long, so not really one that I think was very predictable.
No, not at all. What was he, like 50?
45. I saw 145. I think I saw 60 somewhere too, though.
Yeah, I don't know. He's been playing like dick.
Yeah, he's won some bigger events. I know that Wentworth win was pretty big for him.
Yeah, but you could see that one coming though. Like he was playing well.
Yeah.
Usually he plays well. Like when he won the FedEx event, he plays well for like 4 events in a row.
Yeah. This is strange.
And then, but like I said to you Saturday morning, I was like, nobody shot a 65 yet. Whoever does that's going to win this thing. And then he shot a 65, and then Sunday he shot even par and won the thing, or whatever he shot. He just got his lead and cruise control.
Yeah, I mean, at one point it got a tiny bit tight. You had Wise at 10 under when Billy was at 12, and then Wise makes bogey, and then on that last par 5 there, the 16th or whatever, Billy makes a 54-foot eagle putt, and that ends it.
Yeah, Weasel was all over the fucking map, huh?
Yeah,
a lot of these guys. It was just complete carnage on the weekend. Cam Young shot like an 84.
Oh, we got some breaking news right here.
There was like 580s on Sunday.
Breaking news. Phil signed with LIV and he's playing this week.
Figured. So he's the last guy, right?
Yep.
Did they announce how much money he's getting?
Not yet. So interesting. Interesting.
That'll take a little pressure off Dustin. Actually, that'll take all the pressure in the world off Dustin this week.
Yeah, much less. And I do think there's going to be more coming. It's going to keep, the field's going to keep getting bigger and stronger and better. And I've been saying it all along, it's inevitable that money's going to attract these guys. And that's, we'd love for it to be these guys only care about their legacy and winning majors. But that's just not the case for a lot of these players.
Yeah. I mean, money talks, man. I don't blame DJ one bit. Let's get into all that stuff though when we cover this event.
Okay.
Let's stick to the PGA first. So anything else on the Memorial? I mean, our guys, I guess you were kind of right on Morikawa. He's a subpar, or he's an average iron player, which he can't be to win. Who else did we bet? Oh, I bet Axe. He gained 7 on approach. Just a complete cocksucker. He was 3 under going into his 18th hole on Friday, and he put in the drink.
Mm-hmm.
Put in the drink, and he was still great on approach. But anytime you got off the fairway, you were fucked. Mm-hmm. Especially if there was water on a hole. Not just X, but everybody. Like you got into the rough, you're just fucked.
Yeah, and so Morikawa, that was my contention all along. I didn't think he was horrible, but I thought there was just, in order for him to be great, he has to be the best player on approach, and he just isn't that right now. The rest of his game isn't good enough to win.
He was atrocious around the greens.
But even when he's at his best, the rest of his game isn't good enough to win a golf tournament.
Right.
It's just gaining a million, and he's just.
And I think same with Vic right now. I don't think his irons are as good as they have been.
Yep, I agree. He's off too. I probably wouldn't even have bet it last week if we didn't get that 25. I just didn't love anyone else. I wasn't sold on Colin. There's really no one else to bet. I mean, it was kind of a weird week. It's like a lot of people bet Cam Young. The guy shot a fucking 88 on Sunday, whatever it was. That brought me some joy.
The Cam Young Thursday truthers.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew he was gonna win.
Yeah. But whatever. I mean, we would have chose somebody else instead of Vic, instead of Colin, and guess what?
It wouldn't have been Billy.
No, it wouldn't have been Billy, so it would have resulted in the same thing.
Yep.
If I didn't bet Vic, I was going to bet Zalatoris.
Yeah, no one had it this week anyway. I mean, no one. Billy didn't show it coming. That happens sometimes.
Yep. All right. So on to Canadian Open, which we did hit the last time it was played.
That's right.
That being in 2019 with Rory. What a Sunday that was by Rory.
That was awesome.
We got any course preview here? Shorter course. The course looks incredible.
Yeah, course looks very nice. I think this is going to be a cool event based on the course. We've seen some new, cooler courses on tour. This is not necessarily new because they did play it in 2010 and then like 1968, but they redid the whole thing. So I think they redid it in 2014. So it's going to be different now. So it's a par 70, 7,014 yards, bent grass greens. Again, before it was POA in the past, but when they redid with bent grass, tree lined, tight fairways, smaller greens, undulating, slope from back to front, a lot of false fronts, and again, tree lined, tight fairways. So I think that's going to be a factor. A lot of bunkering. Unique layout with 3 par 5s and 5 par 3s. And 5 of the top 10 guys in the world are here. But I think it's going to be a kind of a tougher test. I'm thinking maybe, 14, 15 under could win this.
Yeah, I agree with you. 4 of the par 3s are over 200. I think they're 200 to 215. Then there's one that's really short. And 3 par 5s are going to be where all the scoring is, I believe. They're all eagle. I think they all can be eagled by everybody in the field. I don't think the distance there is that bad. The par 4s. I mean, I think I did it hole by hole a lot. There's some short ones. There's some long ones. You can't overpower this with driver. But there are 7 holes, 450 plus. So that's going to be some long iron shots, which tends to help a guy like Rory McIlroy. I would say he's the one guy at the top that I actually think could actually win this.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. It does set up pretty well for him. It sets up well. Last time he was here, not here, but in Canada when he won, it seemed like he was just pumping it and had more wedge shots in, which at the time was great for him, but now it doesn't seem as good. So I think you're right. The long irons always give him an advantage because 20 feet is good.
Stinks.
Yeah.
And he's a good bent putter. He's like one of the best bent putters now.
He is. He's, I think, top 6 in the field.
So, and I was also looking at, so that being said, I was looking at 100 proximity 175 to 225.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And little good drives gained, and then par 3 200 to 225 as well. So
yep, many similar things there for me. Approach obviously going to be big. I think off the tee just in general is going to be big because you talk about those long irons, like just long and straight is going to be a huge benefit here. Like I want fairways gain guys, but I don't want guys who are hitting at 250 off the tee, you know?
Yeah. But from what I'm hearing, sometimes you're gonna have to hit it like 250
and laying up.
There's forced layups.
Right. Yeah, it doesn't seem like this is a place that can be overpowered, which I think is good if you're not looking to go to the top. Like, you know, these guys that obviously can be really good with like Scheffler and Rory, and you don't want them to be able to go out there and just take the place apart with driver.
Yep. Yeah, so the field's very very top heavy as we get into it here. And then it kind of falls off a cliff after the first 8-9 guys.
Yeah, and that's fine. I think yeah, I don't know. Let's get into it. Who do they have as the favorite there? Are we using 365?
365, the favorite right currently is Scotty at 9-1. And you get JT and Rory at 10-1. Burns and Weasel at 14-1. Those are the 5 guys under 20 on Bet365.
They're squeezing guys down there in that 10-1 range, huh?
I saw one book had like all 3 of those guys between 7 and 850.
Jeez. Yeah, at the top, I completely agree with you. Rory is the only guy, not the only guy I'm worried about. Obviously, the other 2 can win. You know, that goes without saying. But the one that I actually fear is going to win is Rory. Been playing good. His approach numbers have been really good. But again, like last week, he gets himself in a good position to start the week, and he just stays in neutral the rest of the week. The same thing he did at the PGA Championship. He just is something about him. He's just allergic to fucking winning at times.
Yeah, I would love to check. Just U.S. Open. What the fuck?
I mean, I'm thinking about him for the U.S. Open. There's nowhere else to go.
There isn't. The U.S. Open is tough. I have no idea who's going to win the U.S. Open.
He's the one elite guy that I know is going to play well.
Yeah, but then it's the mental side with him. It's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he will play well. I don't know if he can win or not because just he has shown us nothing to make us believe he can win a major right now. But if there's ever a time, it's now. It feels pretty wide open for him.
You got to feel like Scheffler will bounce back. I don't know if he's going to win the U.S. Open. But I don't know. He gets wonky with the driver.
Yeah.
Rahm, I don't know what the fuck he's up to. Just apparently not that great of a golfer despite the T10 finish. I don't know.
It's interesting. That's
a good talk for next week, though.
Yeah, and then you get Weasel 14-1 there. I think he's starting to lose it on the approach, which good. He obviously is scary here at a shorter type of course like this.
I don't know.
Maybe he's coming back down to earth, and he's the kind of the.
Is he coming back down to earth?
I hope.
I just typed in Weasel in the search bar.
How is that not like a universal nickname now? It's such a good nickname.
Right. Especially with the hair. Yeah, I guess he only gained 0.4. Yeah, I don't think he can be all over the map here. So I'm just gonna pass on him at 14-1. I'm just gonna pass on him at 14-1 in every event that he ever plays. So
yeah, no chance I'm ever betting him at 14-1.
Same with Burns, so you can just go to the next range.
Yeah, and this is not a place you'd think of Sam Burns at, but
exactly. But he did win Colonial.
Yeah, but you can get but some bombers have done well there.
You know what's funny is Valspar is 5 par 3s and 3 par 5s. He's won that twice.
Yep.
All right. Next range, we got Fitz at 20, Lowry at 20, top Canadian Corey Connors 22, Uncle Tony Finau at 25, Hatton at 28. Those are all the guys below 35.
So as you said, you're going to want a guy in here just because the field really falls off after that. It's not going to be great. I think this is a good spot where a winner could potentially come from. Got some guys who can contend.
A lot of win equity in this range too. Finau, Fitz, Hatton.
Yeah, not win equity, but definitely guys who are playing really well.
Yeah, that was a joke on the win equity. Not going to stop me though.
No. Yeah, I mean we like the same guys this week, which is good. I'm not getting crazy overexposed this week with the U.S. Open coming up and everything, but two guys I really like. First one is Fitz. I know you like him too, but everything about this course screams Fitzpatrick, right? That shorter tree line course, even on the European Tour when he was winning some events, it's usually on those events with those tight fairways and this tree line kind of parkland style. That's just his jam. Missed the cut last week, which was very strange considering he lost 7.6 strokes putting in 2 rounds. He was second in the field in tee to green after 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I think his worst putting performance of his career was at Memorial as well.
It was, and this one was even worse, and only in 2 rounds.
Yeah.
So something about Memorial, he doesn't like the greens. That's fine. Very good tee to green. And his past 10 starts, he has 7 top 15 finishes.
Yep.
As consistent as it can be. Missed the cut at Heritage. Next week, he was second at Wells Fargo.
That's when we bet him, yeah.
So it was right off a missed cut. So the missed cut is not concerning.
He would have won it too if it was 4 more holes.
He would have. He would have won if it was 4 more holes. And I also think Potomac isn't a bad course comp for this.
All right.
Pretty similar. I mean, you got a kid in the fairway, smaller type of greens. It's kind of like an accuracy course.
Wow, at Heritage, he lost 3.3 putting, and then at Wells gained 7, and then in PGA Championship gained 5.
Yeah. So I don't think that, that 7 means absolutely nothing to me. He's 6th off the tee in his last 24 rounds, and he's just the kind of combination of long and straight that you want here. He's just incredible off the tee, and I think that's going to be incredibly important. And I think
he's 4th in par 3, 200 to 225, which that's going to be 4 shots every single day.
Wow.
4 iron shots every single day.
Yep, that's a huge one too. And he can scramble a bit, which I think you're going to need to do. His chipping is weird, but his around the green has been solid as well. Even last week it was good. So I think all this stuff points to him. You know, the narrative is he can't win in America. We're not in America. Isn't this the type of thing he could win on the PGA Tour? Everyone's going to say, "Oh yeah, he won, but it was in fucking Canada."
Yeah, he's basically Canadian, right? As you said.
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect spot for him. I think he's going to contend. I think he bounces back this week. It's very tough seeing him cross the finish line, obviously. That's the only concern with Fitzpatrick. But I feel like the guys that are playing well continue, despite Horschel there, the guys that are playing well continue to play well. Like, look at Homa this week. Zalatoris, Neiman. These guys have all been playing well all season.
Yeah, and you got to bet the guys that are playing well. Like, how many times are we going to say, "Oh, this guy hasn't shown us he can win, so we can't bet him," and they win? It's just like you have to. You can't go with that narrative. The guy's playing well enough. He's playing well enough to win. He's playing well enough to win. I thought the PGA Championship experience was pretty good for him. Just tasting it, being in the final group, and less pressure here this week. Obviously, it's not like he hasn't won events. He's won. I'm willing to say he's won an event in his life that has a stronger field strength than this one, or at least relatively similar.
I would say, well, he's won an event.
Maybe not, but the overall field strength here, it's not like it's a major.
No. I don't know if he's won an event that's been this top heavy, but overall, I would say yes.
Yep. and it's not in America. It's in Canada. It seems like a place he could probably go well. Bent grass greens, he's good in. I want to see him break through. I like him. I think he gets a rap as a loser, but he is 27. He's been around a while. I know that, but 27 isn't. He's 5 years younger than friggin' Taylor Gooch, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, he's No, I'm in. I already bet it. So 20-1. I don't know if there's much else to say. I mean, I just feel like he's a perfect fit. We're not betting too many guys this week, so you like him better than Lowry, huh?
Yeah, I just think I mean, I know you said he's a good enough player where this doesn't have to be the case, but I think he's just had his chances to win. And the places that he should have played really well at, he did, but he just can't kind of get over that hump. Last week he was okay. I don't think he was he was really popular last week, and what did he really do?
He faded over the weekend. He finished 32nd.
Yeah, I mean, and I know Fitz didn't do anything either, but for this course, I like Fitz better. Lowry does get a little bit weird off the tee.
Fitz won the DP World Tour Championship, so that's the Euros Tour Championship. So that field's got to be decent. That has Rory in it.
Yeah, and it's probably a similar field, top heavy, and
yeah.
Wasn't Colin playing in that too?
He's won that twice. Yes, Colin was. That was 2020. Reed.
Yep.
Won that twice. British Masters. That's always a top heavy event too.
Yeah, so he can win in good fields. I mean, I don't really see the difference of just because it says PGA Tour. I mean, it's just an event in Canada with a similar field that he's played with. So whatever.
Yep. All right, and then my pick to win is Tyrrell Hatton at 28. Saturday, I just texted you. I was like, Tyrrell Hatton's going to win the Canadian Open. I don't know why. I know nothing about the course. I just think he's going to win. He's been popping, or he's been doing like Tyrrell Hatton type things, just popping around and being involved, then fucking up and coming back making birdies. And I just feel like this is a spot where he can club down a little bit, get in the fairway. I don't know. I just got a gut feel on Tyrrell Hatton this week.
I do too. When you texted me that, I said to you, I literally almost texted you that this morning. I thought about texting. I was like, I'll save it for Sunday. You probably doesn't want to talk about Canadian Open yet. And that's the only reason I didn't send it. PGA Championship, he was 13th, which I thought was good considering he's been pretty bad in majors throughout his career. Gained 3.6 on approach. Gained on approach his last 5 of 6 events. 15th in his last 24 in approach in the field, which I thought for him is very good.
Yeah, definitely. Around the green, he's spectacular.
Great around the green, which is going to be bunker player. There's a shitload of bunkers. He's a great bunker player.
Yep.
He's a grinder. I have him at 7th in the field in his last 24 and par 3s, 200 to 225.
Okay.
So plays those well. And you talk about win equity. I mean, I know he hasn't won a crap load on the PGA Tour, but he does have seven wins in the past 4 or 5 years, and both tours combined. Some decent events in the Euro Tour. API was definitely a good win, and he's capable and he's playing better. And I think he's a guy I do believe that can win, even more so than Fitzpatrick if he does get involved.
Yeah, after him, it kind of just falls off. Like there's just no one really to bet,
Yeah, there's no one to bet.
Yeah, I don't know. I just got a weird feeling Hatton's gonna win. He's gonna get himself in trouble. He's gonna pull like a Patrick Reed type performance. I feel like, he'll spray a couple and somehow weasel his way out of trouble.
Yeah, he did
back when Reed was really good.
He did it for us at API.
Yeah,
I thought he lost it for us 3 different times, and he just kept bouncing back.
Yep.
Do you remember he chipped one in the water, chipped one over the green into the water?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that was a good one.
And he pretended to shoot the ball with his hand. Yeah, that was good. I like Hatton. A lot of people hate him. He's been complaining a lot lately. There's no denying that. He's been bitching about everything.
Yeah, whatever. And then I also bet Tony at 30-1.
Yeah, cool.
I don't know. His stats are good. Fourth in greens and reg, third bogeys avoidance, ninth in approach. He's a bent guy. I just feel like this is a event he can kind of win. He's been hot and cold on the tour. What did he finish? He was second in Mexico, obviously steamed that final day. Fourth at the Schwab, where he played really well after his first round. I think he was 1 over, and then it was 3 straight rounds, 68 or better, I believe, on a tough track. The only outlier recently, since he's kind of pulled it together, was Wells, which was super weird. I feel like everybody got on him that week, and he lost 7.7 on approach.
Yeah, seems like a weird outlier.
Feel like that's an outlier since he's gained every other week in the last 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been good off the tee.
Yeah,
good around the greens. I don't know. I prefer him on bent, obviously. His one win was on bent. His one real win was on bent. Obviously, the guy doesn't win, so there's no one else I want to bet though. So I don't really know what to tell you.
Yeah, no, he could be fine. I don't know. It's shorter, tight tree line course for Finau. It doesn't feel like that. What he does to me.
Yeah, I don't know.
But there's no one else to bet. Number is fair considering everybody else around him. Approach has been good.
Who else am I gonna go to? I'm not gonna go to fucking Varner.
Yeah, right. I mean, yeah, it drops off, and the odds really aren't good for anybody. So I just, if I was going to add someone else, it's Finau. But for me, I'm adding the 2. I'm going to try to win a little bit extra on just those 2 guys and see what happens. If they get involved, that'd be great.
I mean, listen to these next names: Varner 35, Reed 45, Kirk 45, Hadwin 45, Munoz 45, Johnny Vegas 50, Rose 50. I've seen 80. He's obviously sobled. Mitchell 50. I mean, what?
Yeah.
Why am I going to bet these guys?
Course fit wise and stuff, I could see like a Kirk type of guy win.
I like Kirk, but we're just not Kirk people.
No, and I'm never going to bet him at 45. I don't give a fuck if he's playing in his mother's backyard. It's not my thing. I'm not going to bet him. Yeah, so I'm not a Kirk guy. I'm sure he might win. He might, have the lead after 36 holes, and everyone will be victory lapping. But I don't know. I haven't seen him in contention. He has good finishes, but have we seen him on a Sunday down the stretch with hitting shots that matter?
No, we always see him on Saturday, Wilton, and then.
Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember that at all. So, these guys are just not bettable range for me. I don't.
Are there any long shots that you're thinking about? I mean, a Pan always pops in the model. I don't know what that's all about, but
I was thinking about Tagala, but he was 50 to 1, so never mind. But I could see him being pretty good here.
Yeah.
And no one really else, I guess. Pan makes some sense, but he made sense the last couple of weeks, and was kind of a disappointment. I know he had a 10 on one of those holes, but
just
what's he, 80 to 1?
Yeah. I mean, you can't bet Munoz at 45 to 1. Right?
No.
Any Canadians? Connors makes a ton of sense, but it's I think there has been one Canadian to win, but that was in the 50s.
Yeah, Canadians really don't win.
It feels, and this is in Toronto. That's where he's from. I just feel like there's a shitload of pressure. I don't want to bet Connors at 30 to 1. Never mind 20 to 1.
It's funny because it's the opposite of what should happen. Because the Canadians get a bump because they're from Canada, odds are worse than they should be. People like them more than they should. But in reality, what we've seen in the past is that makes them actually less likely to win. Even players like Rory, when he was playing at that Open in Ireland, how much pressure's on him. He was fucking opened the day with a 78 or whatever it was. And then, the Mexico Open, you think these guys are going to play really great, and they typically don't. I know Andrew was okay this year, but in the past, all those Mexico events, when you thought a Mexican should win, they really didn't. So these country events, these, Opens of their respective countries, the guys usually don't do very well.
Yeah, the only thing with that is Lowry did win that that Open.
Yeah, but the pressure wasn't really on him.
Pressure was on Rory. Yep.
Yeah. Good. That is true though. So I don't know if you want a Canadian on the card, maybe go Mackenzie Hughes or something.
I would say Hughes. Just yeah.
If you combine the fact that bettable number combined with, I think it is probably a good fit for him too. He's a good putter on bent, shorter
What about
course.
Nick Taylor?
Yeah, maybe Nick Taylor. I guess. What's he been doing?
15th at Wells, 4.4 on approach. 48th at Schwab, gained 4.7 on approach.
He's won at Pebble with small greens.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I'm not betting a Canadian. Hadwin's number sucks.
Yeah, fuck Hadwin. A lot of his stats from last week too are going to be based off that hole in one.
Oh, he had a hole in one?
Yeah. He like freaked out and like act like he won the Super Bowl.
Wow. What about a guy like Aaron Rye? Perez?
No.
Oh, this guy. In his heyday, he's good. Grillo.
Yeah, I just don't see the numbers on approach. He has to gain like 10 strokes on approach to win, and he's not doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. I also bet Pat Reed at 65 to 1. I'm betting him this week. I'm betting him next week, and then I'm off the Pat Reed ship. But I'm not going to miss out on this week if I bet him next week. So
you're basically just covering your ass for next week. I bet that's 72.
Yeah. So he didn't play bad after he played like shit in the first round, then bounced back, made the cut. He was just whatever.
Yeah, he was fine.
Yeah.
How about Todd?
I'm not gonna hold it against him for having one bad round of golf. Todd, yeah, makes a ton of sense.
He's 100 to 1. He showed up a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, where was that? Colonial, right?
Yep.
What happened when he got in contention?
He wasn't horrible. He just shot like 2 over.
And he finished third. Yeah.
Gained 5.3 putting, which obviously he has to do to contend.
Yeah, maybe. Could bet Todd
At 100 to 1.
Although he was just on vacay. For some reason, I saw an Instagram post of Brendan Todd and his family down in the Caribbean last week. I don't know where it came from, but it was on my timeline.
I was gonna say, what the fuck makes you follow Brendan Todd, but you didn't?
I have no idea why that popped up.
He's a family. Wow, I figured he'd fucking live alone.
He's got like 3 kids.
So last Canadian Open, Lowry was second in that event.
Yeah, that was one where he shot like a 61, right?
Yep. Hadwin came in 6th.
Yep, I remember that.
Yeah, he could be fine. Nick Taylor was actually good too, 27th. So, yeah, Todd actually, thinking about it, Todd I think does make some sense if you want to go for a bomb.
I feel like every time I bet Todd, though, he never does Todd things.
No, he's not missing putts. Pendrith 140. I thought he withdrew.
I don't know. He's been hurt.
Yeah.
Plus, not really the place for him, I don't think.
No, I want to say Bolton said he withdrew anyway, but he's still listed here. Vegas 70 to 1 on DraftKings.
It's not bad.
But again, we won twice in Canada.
2-time winner here.
But are we just betting on something that's already happened?
Yeah.
Kirk.
Yeah, I'm good with him. You like Kirk?
I mean, I think course fit wise, he's a good fit.
He's gonna win one of these times.
Yeah, I don't mind Kirk. We're just gonna randomly bet Chris Kirk for the first time ever.
He lost 5 on approach last week.
Good, fuck him then. All I needed was one reason.
There you go. Wow, lost 5 on approach. That was pretty random.
Rasmus is playing.
Yeah, good for him.
All right, let's go to the real event, main event.
All right, LIV Tour. What do we got? You got a course preview for me?
I do.
Before we get to the course, how about all right? So Phil joined. Looks like Ricky's going to join. I think Ricky's just waiting for this U.S. Open qualifier to be over. Which little brief update: he's not going to make it. He's tied for 24th in the qualifier. He's got 10 holes left. He needs to go low. Sad.
Pathetic.
So he's going to join. Good for him.
He has to join. I mean, this is the only time he can capitalize on his name, or else he's going to be fighting for his card. That exemption expires in May.
Yeah.
Next March or May. I don't know when that player's.
2023 sometime at some point.
Yeah, whatever the player's date was, March, I think.
And then you see Tiger was basically almost offered like $1 billion.
Yeah.
What do you think Phil's getting?
I'd say 100 million.
Less than DJ?
I think so.
No, he's got to get more.
He has no leverage.
Well, he probably got some before.
Yeah.
He spent a bunch already, I guarantee you.
Oh, yes. He definitely did. I don't know. I still think he probably got less than DJ, only because DJ was a much bigger get for them. I know Phil's the bigger name and the bigger star, but like DJ brings legitimacy to the league, whereas Phil really doesn't.
Yeah, you're saying Phil's more of a spectacle?
Yeah, it's like a spectacle, but like DJ is a legit top 10 player in the world.
Yeah.
And he's in his prime, or back end of his prime, 37 years old. Like Phil's 50, 51, 52, whatever he is. So I think I can't see him getting more than DJ, because DJ was the important. They needed DJ to make this work. They needed it.
Yeah, I'm glad DJ. Well, I'm not glad DJ joined, but I don't blame DJ one bit for joining.
I'm glad he joined. You know, it's not our fault either. It's these people's fault for fucking putting us in the corner. I don't want to defend LIV all the time. That's not who I wanted to be. But these people are just so self-righteous and so on their high horse, and they act like they're so above everybody that it just sickens me. It pisses me the fuck off. So now I want these guys to go.
Eamon Lynch.
Oh my God, most insufferable douchebag on earth. And like, he comes at me on Twitter and then just blocks me within 5 seconds. I wanted to respond. Like, let's have a conversation about it. And
yeah,
he just says one thing, then blocks.
Yeah, typical lib. Can't have a conversation with him.
I said nothing offensive to him whatsoever. All I said was he would take the money, which I guess is offensive to him. But, you know, I didn't call his fucking mother a whore or anything.
I don't understand why can't they play on both? From everything I read, LIV is trying to like make these events like not interfere with like the big PGA events, right?
Yeah, I don't get it. It's like they were fine with the other Saudi events that these guys played in, that Varner won.
Yeah, what is the big deal? Like, why can't they just? I don't understand why both can't exist.
It's because a couple of reasons. I'd say Norman is a big part of it. He had a fallout with the tour. He's been trying to do something kind of to spite them for a while. And I think that might have something to do with it. And I just think what the mistake they made was they acknowledged it too early. They should have said, oh, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
But the fact that they were so adamant against it gave it more credence and gave it more publicity than it even needed to have.
I don't understand why both can't exist.
Well, because like Phil said, obnoxious greed. They want to monopolize these guys.
I mean, and don't try to tell me it's because of the Saudi money, because that's a bunch of bullshit.
And that's the only thing these people are saying.
Yeah, they're using that as an excuse. That's not why they don't want this thing.
And it's why it's all the Golf Channel employees are the ones that are the most mad.
Yeah.
And I mean, like it or not, and I don't want to get too deep into this, but like it or not, the United States is an ally of Saudi Arabia. They're political allies. Biden is meeting with the government, the quote unquote blood money government, this week.
Yeah.
To discuss gas deal. So like, I mean, like it or not, we're an ally with Saudi Arabia. If you don't like that, then maybe you shouldn't live in America or so I'm sure. Well, the ironic part is most people who are so mad fucking love Joe Biden. So he can meet with them, but DJ can't play golf in a tournament there.
Not even in Saudi Arabia either. It's just funded by him.
Right, but the president who you love can meet and discuss a deal with him. And that's not bad. Yeah, it's just hypocritical. It's picking and choosing. It's cherry picking the argument. It's just being outraged for the sake of being outraged, and that's why I don't like it.
Yeah. And Norman went after Jack. What's up with that?
I don't know. I love Norman and I love Jack. I think Norman had I think he was upset because originally this job was offered to Jack. He didn't take it, but he said that he thinks it's really great for golf and it'll be a good thing or whatever. And him and Norman actually seemed to be pretty cool prior to this. And he had a chance to talk about it last week. He did it in his pre-conference memorial press conference. And he basically was very dismissive of it when Norman thought that was a good opportunity for him to.
Yeah.
He said he's a hypocrite. Yeah, whatever. People don't like Jack either. I mean, what? Because he voted for Trump.
Yeah, that's a big reason. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, that's pretty much it. He voted for Trump.
It's the only thing not to like about Jack.
Yeah, because yes, so did 50% of the country. So whatever.
Okay, so like, are you actually gonna watch this event?
Yeah, I'm gonna treat it the same way I would treat the what do I want to say? The John Deere Classic. I mean, if I have a guy in the mix and I'm betting on him, I'm gonna watch it.
Okay, and this is only 54 holes.
Yeah, no, if I was just a fan and didn't gamble, I probably wouldn't be watching it.
Okay, yeah, I wouldn't either.
No, but yeah, 54 holes. The shotgun start thing is weird. This is my biggest question. So shotgun start, they're going to be finishing on different holes.
Yeah.
So this guy is the lead. He's going to be finishing on 6.
Could be some live opportunities here.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think betting opportunities in general. You and I talked earlier today about how they just listed the guy based on like pedigree. They didn't know who's playing well. It's just basically a list of the guys from most well known to least well known at the bottom.
Yeah. There's going to be some good value here, I believe. I really think so. Starting with the one guy we're going to bet here. And I don't know what books are giving me odds because I know DraftKings won't be giving me odds since they're partners with the tour.
But so is Action Network, and they wrote a preview of it today. So I don't know. It seems like most people are embracing this thing. I'll do a quick course preview before you give us the guy.
Okay.
It's a par 72, 7,100 yards, pretty short. There are fescue across the fairways and around the green. It's almost like a linksy setup in that regard. Has a links feel because of that fescue you're gonna see. There are 80 bunkers, 4 major water hazards. I don't think it's going to play very difficult. I'm expecting a birdie fest for sure. The greens are undulating, and it's pure bent grass, recently redone. I think it's going to be in very good shape in that sense. There are 4 par 5s and 3 par 3s. Sorry, 4 par 5s and 5 par 3s.
Okay.
All the par 5s are relatively short. Par 5s are pretty short. Here are the par 5s. You get 531, 513, 536. 525 and 550. So I mean, like, I don't think the bomber is going to have as much of an advantage because these shorter guys are going to be able to reach it in 2.
Okay, so you're saying a short bent course, birdie fest in a really, really shitty field.
Absolutely.
Wow. If people don't know who to bet here, you're just clueless in the golf world.
Yep.
So Kevin Na is the bet. If you don't bet Kevin Na this week, I mean, what's wrong with you?
Yep.
First of all, he's playing better than every single one of these top guys. There's only like 5 top guys. It's not really particularly close, to be honest with you. He's playing better than DJ. Louis Oosthuizen is somehow the second favorite. I mean, he's been hurt and he's been fucking terrible the entire season. Gooch has been all right, but he's still Taylor Gooch. And then you have Sergio. Those 4 guys are all ahead of him. And then there's Na. I just don't like Na. It's like, have you seen his approach numbers the last 4 events?
Even 5 Masters, he finished in 14th.
Yeah, Charles Schwab 7.8, Mexico 6.8, Heritage 4.2, PGA 3.2, bent course. This is what he wins on. Birdfest. He beats crappy fields.
Drills putts, can get to 25 under.
Yep.
Absolutely love it. Who knows what odds?
DJ's plus 350. Louis 850. Gooch is 9. FanDuel has not at 16, which is crazy. I've seen 12.
If you have that 16 on nah, bet it.
Yep.
I would say
probably the only bet I'm going to make this week.
Same. I was interested. One of the top amateurs that I didn't know was even committed to LIV yet. I guess I glossed over it. Ratchanon, the 15-year-old Thai kid. He was like the youngest player ever to make a cut in the DP World Tour. He's legit.
Still 15.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
Yeah, this was just last year. He was the first one to do that. Yeah, nope, sorry. He was in 2020. He was the youngest player to make the cut in the Thai tour. 13 years old, he made the cut.
Wow.
15 now.
Wow.
Plays in the Asian tour primarily, but yeah, the youngest golfer to win on a tour, recognized by the official world golf rankings at 15 years and 37 days on the Asian tour. So he's a legit stud. Can he win this yet? Probably not. I don't know, though. It's a small field. I saw 150 to 1. I mean, you want to talk about ratings. You want to see a guy, if you get a 15-year-old going against DJ on Sunday in the final group.
Yeah, it'd be wild.
That'd be pretty cool. I mean, it'd be fucking weird because they're going to be one's going to be on the 7th hole and one's going to be on the 17th. But
yeah,
I hate the shotgun thing. If they eliminated that, I'd be so much happier.
Are they doing the shotgun on the final round?
I think because there's no cut.
Huh.
I don't know. I hope not. But it seems like all indications are that, yeah, they look like they are.
Wow. I mean, you got other guys in here. If you're looking at this odds board, I mean, if you don't want to bet nah. I mean, I don't know.
Laurie Cannon's been playing really well. He's a guy who typically plays well and can't win.
I saw an 80 on him, but now I'm showing 30. Wiesberger, I saw a 50. Now it's 22. Wow, Burned went. That's good for Burned.
Yeah, it could be a nice spot for Burn, actually, too.
Yeah.
But yeah, those reset odds, I don't think there's much value. But the original ones I saw, like we were talking about, it was based like name value. There's some guys down the board who are playing really well, like Henny Duplace, who is 130 to 1. Now I'm seeing like 35. So yeah, it depends what odds you get. But I think if those reset odds FanDuel has, it's just nah is the guy. Honestly, I think he has as good a chance to win as DJ does.
I think he has a better chance to win than DJ.
And all these guys, so this might be a redundant statement. All these guys are motivated by cash, but Kevin Na is definitely motivated by cash.
Oh, big time. All he cares about is buying cars.
Yeah. And DJ's motivated by cash, clearly, but he just fucking cashed in. I don't think he needs to win this event.
No.
Who else is there? Yeah, I mean, like
Charles and Grace. I don't know. They show something every 6 events.
No brainer move by Charles and Grace. Like guys like that. I mean,
no brainer.
What are you gonna do? Grind your ass off to make $100,000 and to finish 40 and 37th place on the tour, or go try to win $4 million by beating DJ, who's definitely partying his dick off right now?
He was on the range this morning. What do you mean? He's in London already on the range.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna bet nah. I got no interest in anybody else right now. I kind of want to feel it out, see how it goes. The shotgun stat's really weird.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Whatever. I'm loading up on Nah, loading up on Fitz, loading up on Hatton. Maybe double dip, win both.
Yep, and then U.S. Open next week. We have a pretty empty card, which is somewhat rare for us. So we're kind of playing it by ear there. I mean, I did bet Reed at 70. That's about it, though.
I'm looking forward to that a lot because we haven't really had a fresh card, so we can kind of see what the odds dictate. And there's no one I love either, so I think it's going to lead us to betting the best numbers.
Yeah,
which usually I think works out. So we're not stuck on a narrative of this guy's going to win or that guy's going to win. I think we're just going to bet the guys who have the best value.
Yep, like that.
All right.
So this LIV event ends on Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can watch it. Maybe get a Saturday sweat and then a Sunday sweat.
That'd be nice.
This is why I wanted this thing to happen. It's not like we're getting less PGA Tour, and the PGA Tour is so deep that losing these guys doesn't hurt at all. It's just additional. Everything we're getting is just additional.
I don't understand the hate.
Yeah. So, all right. Yeah. Let's get a couple winners this week. We probably just gave you the most in depth and the best live breakdown so far. So we'll take that role if no one else takes it.
Kevin Na, baby.
Yeah. All right. Let's get a winner.